All right, we're talking about the real Blac Chyna, and we have exclusive clips. We're going to get into the whole episode, the entire episode, and give you courtesy footage. So let's go. Alrighty, so in scene one, Treasure and Chyna are at a spa, and Chyna's getting injections and things of that sort, and pickled and prickled and whatever you do to whatever. So... All right, so Chyna is explaining she wants more boxier look to her face. So the doctor is prepping her and injecting her with the Juvederm product within her chin and cheeks section. Now, while the technician is working on Chyna's face, Chyna decides it's a good time to tell Treasure that her mom will be coming to California. All right, now let's get into the footage inside the spa.
If I give you any more collagen, your lips are going to look like they got stuck in a pool drain.
I have to look sexy.
You know, if I give you one more facelift, you're going to be able to blink your lips.
I want to be young. Science fiction young.
Might think about cutting down on the booze.
This is about my lips. I want Jagger. Fill them up.
Alrighty, so as you can probably tell, that wasn't a clip from the actual show. I can't put actual clips in from the show because I will get the copyright hell struck out of me, and I'm not taking that chance with my channels. So I have my daughter, as you know, Dream TV Uncut. She does the cartoons for me and helps me with a lot of the ideas. All right, so as we move along into the episode, Treasure gets a phone call while they're sitting there in the doctor's office. The phone call is from her son's parole officer or probation officer, and she's being told that her son will be going into juvie hall or the juvenile hall, whatever it is. We don't at this time know why he was locked up or why he's on probation. But you know, it gets to be a very crying moment and they start to cry together or whatever. Now in the midst of this, Chyna does tell the cameraman to follow her while she is on the phone call about her son. Treasure confides in Chyna and says it's because she told him to clean his room, and then Chyna offers comfort by saying, what's wrong with kids today? They just don't want to clean their damn room. Alright, then the episode furthermore takes place in Chyna's bedroom, where Treasure and Chyna are talking about their past, how they had to grow up with their grandmoms and their moms sometimes there. Well, from what I'm getting, Treasure's mom passed away, but Chyna's mom is still around, which is Tokyo Toni, and how she's there, but she's not really there. So they, you know, have a moment and talk to each other about that, you know, the hardship of coming up in life and the things they had to endure. So that's that. Moving along to the infamous confrontation in the kitchen. Tokyo and Chyna attempt to hash things out, but they're getting nowhere. There's a lot of pointing fingers back and forth, and they're like really not getting to a resolution. It starts off with Tokyo Toni saying, why am I sitting here? Chyna said, because you pulled up a chair. There's an awkward silence, and Toni wants to know why Chyna isn't facing her, and Chyna goes on to say, I did face you. I faced you as soon as I came in here. I moved a chair from in between us so we could sit down and hash things out. But Toni is like on 100. The tension is so high in the room, you can cut it with a knife. Toni is like, that's it. She gets up, like she's going to leave. And then Chyna says, you guys aren't going to have me evicted from my house and everything I worked so hard for. Okay, so they take a shortcut and then they come back to start recording again.
How did you act? You don't see how you act why people don't want to be around you? No. Look how you act. Mm-hmm. You're a beautiful person.
You come in here with an attitude.
I don't have an attitude.
Okay, super. Alright, so they start pointing the fingers at each other again, and then Chyna goes on to tell her mom that she is her issue.
Issue is you.
Chyna's mom goes on to tell her she's been there for her since she was younger, and Chyna goes to say, no, you were never there.
So who raised you? Grandma. Really? Where you sleep at?
Pillow post.
Where did you sleep at? Sweetheart, I've been married from the age 19 to 47 with a husband, and you still carrying life?
You put like 5 niggas before.
At this point, Chyna's like, she's tired of, you know, being respectful, and it's time for her to boss up and, you know, live her own life and make her own way in life. So the times with her being nice, she's done with that. Then at this point, they start arguing about the car that Chyna bought her mom, and her mom says she doesn't have access to the car, and then Chyna says she does have access to the car, and Chyna says she's been paying her rent and things and so forth, and then Chyna tries to give her mom a hug. Her mom rejects the hug.
You only did it to make shit look good for you. That's what the fuck you did.
Alright, so that episode ends with them apparently trying to get at each other, and then it cuts to the highlights of next week's episode, which Tokyo Toni talks to Chyna's friend Treasure, and Tokyo says she's going to find out who it is putting thoughts in her daughter's head, and she's going to ultimately get them in the end. Alrighty guys, so what do you think so far? I did the best I could. Like I said, I didn't want to get copyright. I really want to thank my daughter so much. She's just so talented with the cartoons that she does and all the imagery that she uses. Love her so much. Now I've added a link to the description to my daughter's page, so if you haven't, go check that out and subscribe to her page. She is in school for social media, and this is her forte. Now back into the review of the episode. I thought it was pretty intense. If you don't have Zeus Network, I guess it's only $3.99 a month, and I think it's well worth it with these Blac Chyna episodes. Like I said before, we also watch Are You My Boyfriend with B. Simone and stuff. They have TT on there, tries to find a boyfriend or whatever have it be. That was a pretty good show too. So if you haven't checked it out, it's only $3.99 a month, and it's well worth it. Now the episode did have me at the edge of my seat. I wanted to know what was going to happen next. It seems like there's a lot of therapy that needs to go on with this family if they are going to try and be a family. I really do feel as though Chyna does want to reconnect with her mom, and this is going to be the hardest thing ever for her to do. I think she has more success in running a business in her life and how to become famous than she has control of the relationship with her mom. That's what makes this good TV or good a good docu-series. Now, would I watch this over the Kardashians? I'm going to say yes, because it's a little more real. It's more of, you know, what it is to become famous and the struggles and even like the things that we don't see as far as, you know, when you hit fame and then you have your regular family that live regular lives and how they deal with it. I think this is great. I think the whole show is great. I mean, I'm tired of seeing what seems to be scripted reality shows. This right here, this was raw, and it was action, and it was heartfelt, and it was just so explosive, even the first episode. All right, so will you guys be watching? What do you think? As always, I will see you later. Alrighty, bye-bye.
We go again.
Jess, what the hell is this?